Hi everybody, so I am finally here with my November and December makeup favourites, fails and updates, or beauty generally, because this does include skincare in this one. So I don't have as much as I usually have for these videos because really over November and December it was all about the Christmas holiday releases, which I was reviewing individually, and I've spoken about at length really throughout that period of time. But if there's something I feel I need to discuss in this and give you more feedback on, I've added it in. So that's what I'll be focusing on today. So there's quite a few things to get through, but it won't be quite as lengthy as my usual ones, which is a relief for me anyway. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Hannah. I'm 48 and in one day I'll be 49, so I need to remember that tomorrow. And on my channel, I review a lot of luxury makeup, lots of new releases. I upload here a good few times a week, lots of swatches, lots of different looks, and obviously updates and reviews like this with the products I've been testing. So if you think you'd enjoy this content, I'd be delighted if you subscribe to my channel. But if you're already subscribed, welcome back. Thank you so very much for being here. I really do appreciate you. Anyway, that's enough about me. Let's dive straight into this roundup for November, December. Let's kick it off with skincare. Now, I don't always talk about my skincare, but I have really been trying something different for me, and I've been so happy with it I had to tell you about it. So I have been sent skincare by Shiseido over the last sort of 6 months, I'd say, and it sat there without me testing it. I will be honest. And then they said they'd like to send me their new eye cream. So I said yes, okay, and I thought I'll try this straight away. And then I remembered the other two they've sent, and I thought, why not try all three? And I was going away on holiday and I knew it was going to be quite cold out in the sort of wind and rain and things. So I thought this is a really good time to try out a new skincare, maybe dodgy as well. But anyway, that's what I decided to do. And I do try to reduce my tretinoin use when I go away because I think my skin just needs something more soothing and comforting, not too hardcore. So this is my evening skincare routine now. So as always, I would do a double cleanse and then I'd go in with some sort of toner. And I often use some sort of hyaluronic acid serum and then begin my skincare. If it's not tretinoin, I would move to tretinoin and then one of these moisturizers. But on the days where I'm not going for tretinoin, I went straight to this, which was, I say was because I've actually finished it. So it's going to give you an idea how much I like it. This is the Shiseido Vital Perfection Concentrate Nuit, so evening concentrate. So one pump of this to the face and the neck is just such a beautiful, beautiful formula. I love the packaging. I mean, this whole series, look at it. This is the face cream. It's gorgeous packaging. And it's just so, it was so plumping and hydrating and smells nice, feels nice, the bottle's nice, just everything about the whole experience of using it was lovely. And it was really put to the test, this skincare routine, because when I was away, I actually got COVID. And if you know anything about my COVID history, I had long COVID for a very long time. I had a really bad time with the original COVID and it made me very poorly. And I knew when I got it, I was in for trouble, and I was. And my nose was pouring. So normally, even if I've got the best skincare, I will still get redness around here. I used this every night and I got no problems. And I do remember some nights feeling really sore around there, putting this skincare routine on and waking up in the morning and it's gone. Now that is the sign of a really good skincare routine for me. So the next step, this is not the cleanest because I use this every night, but anyway, the next step, and it should be because it's an eye thing, but anyway, this is the eye cream. And I haven't quite run out of this one yet. But you can see I've nearly finished it. So I've used this well, I've actually been alternating between another one, but I will tell you about that another day. But I used this pretty much for a good 6 weeks only, and now I'm alternating with one that's slightly richer. This is quite lightweight. So if you want to go for one that's got extremely packed actives, this is a bit lighter, which is probably better for that holiday environment. But also, I don't think you need to have really strong active eye creams every day, which is why I like something a bit lighter like this. And they give you this little ball tool, if you like. So I just dip my little ball in, take what I need on it, and then just roll it under the eye. And it gives you that lovely cooling effect from the ball, which I think is a really nice touch. And you can see the cream is very, very light. So it depends what sort of cream you like. I do like a thick eye cream, so I wasn't sure if I would continue to use this, but I love it. I really do love it. It says this is actually a retinol-powered eye cream. I've written it down. Clinically proven to reduce eye area sagging, dark circles and deep wrinkles, to lift, firm and brighten. Suitable for oily, normal and sensitive skin. So this was the new product that I was testing, but I was testing it alongside everything else. So on top of that, I've been using the Shiseido Vital Perfection Overnight Firming Treatment Cream. So this one is the same sort of technology as the eye cream, basically. Apply at night. I've shown you the bottle, it's gorgeous. So this one is a bit thicker. This is actually my second bottle because they sent me two. So again, that's how much I like it. I finished one and I've gone in for the other one. I should have kept the empty of that, shouldn't I? But anyway, so this one, it's not massively thick. It's very silky soft. It really is extremely soothing. And my skin has just been so happy. Like at the moment, I'm still using it now. I haven't switched up. And at the moment, I'm going out at night in -4 last night with the puppy. And my hands are really suffering from the cold. But my face isn't, not at all. I've got no redness, no dryness, no problems. And I know that I have a good skincare routine in the morning, which I'll show you next. But my nighttime skincare routine has protected me from all of those issues. When I went away to the Cotswolds with my husband, we were out walking in rain and all sorts. We were out one day in the cold and rain for hours. No problems, nothing at all. So I don't actually want to change my skincare routine. I want to continue using Shiseido. I do have other things to test. I've just been sent one by Sachi Beauty, is it? I do want to alternate with my tretinoin with that to test it out. So I will actually do that. I don't know if I've got that. Let me just get it and I'll show you the one I'm going to test. So they've sent me the Sachi Ursolic Acid and Retinol Overnight Reform with Percutiol. Oh, I can't read this. I need my magnifying glass. Here we go. Percutiol, glutathione, organic black cumin and holy basil. So they also gave me a discount code, by the way, but I'm not going to recommend it to you till I've tested it. But if you already like these, I do have I think it's 15% discount code, which if you need that, let me know, because I haven't added this into the video because obviously I'm not reviewing it. But they sent me this as well, and they've given me guides on how to use it. I know most of it's to do with going up and then across and then up, and I think up. So I'm looking forward to trying that. In fact, I'm going to make sure I put that out tonight because I want to start that. So I am actually going to, on my non-tretinoin days, slightly change by using that. Now, how will I do that? Let me think. I will probably go with hyaluronic acid, and instead of a serum I'll do that, and I'll probably still go in with this to finish. At the moment I need those layers, and I will continue using the eye cream and alternating with the other one I'm using, which is a bit more intense. I also use a neck cream, by the way. When I said I couldn't tell you what I'm using, I've actually brought my nighttime bag up, so I could tell you. I know a lot of you ask what I'm always using. So for my neck, I alternate again. This is the lighter treatment I use. I've got the this one's the serum, the Ageless Throat and Décolletage Serum, and this one is the Ageless Throat and Décolletage Cream. So you don't need to use both, but I was sent that in PR, but I use Pry all the time. And I've also got the Fenty Beauty Serum, so I use that sometimes. I love this one from Star Skin Organic Celery Juice. Oh, this is a nice serum. I do like to put a serum on after my hyaluronic when I'm not doing tretinoin. So hyaluronic, I've got the Beauty Pie Triple Hyaluronic Acid, which I put on as my very first thing after using some sort of toner. Or I've been trying the L'Oreal Revitalift Filler because this is very hyaluronic filled. Hyaluronic Replumping Water Cream is what it's called. So I use that as my first step, or this. So I'm testing this out really. I already know the Beauty Pie one's good. I think the Beauty Pie one is better. It's got more in it. But I'm quite enjoying that at the moment. And I've actually been using this Sweet Bee Organic Sweet Sleep Magnesium Butter on my feet. And do you know what? Even though my sleep's rubbish, I get to sleep quicker. I don't know if it's the puppy exhausted me or if it's the magnesium butter, but anyway. The eye cream I alternate with that's much more heavy duty is this one, which is the Perricone MD Smoothing and Brightening Under Eye Cream. This one's very expensive, very, well, I do have a spare. I got in the Black Friday deals, I got this and the neck cream, which I'll show you now, in the Black Friday because they are so pricey. So here is the neck cream, the Cold Plasma Plus Sub D neck cream, Perricone MD. So I use this one. I think I've just started this one because I've recently finished one. So I alternate with the Pry, this being my super strong one, and alternate with the eye cream I've just shown you now from Shiseido. So those are my super strong ones. And then the only other thing in my regular routine is Dermatica, obviously, it's my tretinoin. I'm using the Diablo Eyelash Serum. And I've also got, I don't even know the make of this, it says Nouveau Lashes, Lash and Brow Conditioning Serum. So I'm not really sure about this brand, I just picked it up on Amazon. It had good reviews, but I like to use some sort of conditioning product on my lashes and brows because I'm laminating them. So that is pretty much it. And I always keep some sort of Tatcha product. At the moment I've got this one, but I prefer to keep the Overnight Repair always in case I have a problem with my skin. But do you know what? The Shiseido has been so good, I haven't needed to reach for the Tatcha. It's still there and it's still probably my ultimate favourite. But anyway, I'm going to put these in tonight to try these. So I'll be giving you an update on these when I think it's time. So the Shiseido I've used consistently now for 3 to 4 months. So I think that's enough time for me to give you an opinion on it. Because you can't really give opinions on skincare in 5 minutes, can you? But I've well and truly tested all of these products. Things like the Pry and the neck creams I've just shown you. I've been using those for well over a year actually. So that's my night cream bag. My daytime, now this is something I've used on and off and mentioned here on my channel, but I decided to use this consistently, only, exclusively. So after cleansing my face and doing my zip, I wash my face off and go straight in with my Calisym serum. Now I've been sending out all sorts of discount codes for Calisym because over Christmas they gave me an increased discount code. They had huge offers. Definitely the best time to purchase from them seems to be around Black Friday. So I'm not sure if you'd want to invest now. It's very expensive, but I do have a 15%, I think it's 15. It could be reduced to 10, so don't quote me on that. They've changed it from 20, 15, 10, depending on offers. But anyway, my discount code, just put it in and see what you get. It is in, have I written it down here? I think I have, yeah, HANBEAUTY is my discount code. So this, basically, this is the first of its kind that actually is like human stem cell repair, but it's not actually obviously that, but that's what it does. It's giving you complete cell repair. So that's why it's so expensive, and it's raved about a lot. This is very, very, very popular. It's very popular with salons, beauty salons. And yeah, I've decided to treat myself because I've been sent quite a few of these in PR, and I've sort of been holding on to them because of how expensive they are, thinking I'll use them now and again as a treat. But I thought, why not just go a good few months of only using it? So that's what I've done. So I'm on my 3rd one of these now. And they sent me over Christmas their eye cream, which basically is an eye contour lifting cream, which also has the power of PTT. So it has the same stem cell technology. So I've been using that underneath my eyes in the morning, and I've really had a lot of success with the way my under eyes are in the morning and how my makeup is sitting as well. So these are the first 2 things that I put on after my zip. So cleaning my face off, and then this, let this really dry down. That straight away on the eyes. Then I go in with some sort of milky toner, and I'm coming to the end of the Aria milky toner, the base face milk. I wasn't planning on showing you everything else, but I thought, as soon as I've got the bags, I might as well. So I haven't listed all these products below because it gets too long and YouTube won't let me. But if you want links to anything I'm mentioning that isn't below, please do ask me and I will do my best for you. I don't have discount codes for everything. I do for Calisym. So you can see I've nearly got to the bottom of it, which will tell you I do love this, but as soon as this is finished, I'm going to go back to my Rouge Milky Toner, which I prefer, but not by much. I think they're both gorgeous. So the next thing I put on after that has dried down a bit is my vitamin C, which is, it always looks like this because every day I use it with wet hands and it loses colour. So this is the Dr. Sam Bunting vitamin C, the only vitamin C for me that has never argued with a single product. It doesn't argue with any skincare, any makeup, never caused me irritation. It's fabulous. So I've got that on repeat subscription from the website with Dr. Sam Bunting. And then I go in with Calasim Professional Restorative Hydration Cream. This is a step I would skip in the summer probably because I wouldn't need that extra hydration. This is quite a thick, rich cream, but at this time of year I really need it. I love the bottle, I love this huge pump. Let me just show you a tiny bit because again it's so expensive, I don't want to waste it. I'm very grateful to them for gifting them to me, and to be fair, when they've got offers on, they usually say to me, do you need any more top-ups? Because obviously they want me to show you the products and they're happy to send it to me. So they haven't offered me any more though, and I can tell you right now, if they don't, I'm buying more because I'm so in love with this routine and I feel like it's the best routine I've ever had, morning and evening right now. And then my last step obviously is SPF. And that can be just about any SPF as long as it's something very hydrating again, and generally something Korean because I love Korean ones. Like I've got sitting on my desk here the Mary and Me, the Cica Smoothing Sunscreen, which I love. But this one is very similar, and I got all of these in PR, you see, so I rotate through them. This one is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Moisture Daily Sunscreen. They're just very similar, and obviously SPF 50. So there we go. That is my full routine, and I've got a hand cream at the moment because I've got super dry hands. Conditioning hand cream from Bare Hands, which is Margaret Dabbs, if you know that make. Again, I was sent that one. In the evening I use a different hand cream. That was actually in that bag, but I didn't dig it out. But anyway, any more information you want to have on any of these products, please let me know. The only one I'm not using obviously is this one, but I showed you the serums I'm enjoying in that. The Fenty one is particularly good, and that lovely celery juice one, honestly that is so good. It's quite hard to get your hands on that one, but it's so good. So there we are. Let's move on from skincare to the basket sat in front of me full of makeup. So it's not as full as usual, so even though I've just taken up the first 18 minutes of this video talking about skincare, let's get into the makeup. So on my eyes today is one of the eyeshadow palettes I really enjoyed, which I wanted to mention because I don't think I did a proper review of it, just a shorts video I believe. Anyway, this is the Aria Beauty Wicked palette. This is lovely. The formulas in this are fantastic. Every single one I've tried so far has worked very, very nicely. These colours are gorgeous, real earthy tones, lovely greens. We have duochromes. I mean, let me just swatch a few of these for you, especially that green. They are so impactful. How many can I get on my hand in one go? Look at them. But the mattes, last year I loved the shimmers in the Wicked 1 palette, but I didn't really love the mattes. This year they've improved the mattes. So this one is better than last year's. Look at that. Aren't they stunning? So on my eyes today, which ones have I got? I've got this one here in the sort of outer V. I've got this one as my transition shade. And then I put, let me think, what did I put? Oh, this one across the mobile lid. And then I topped it with this one. And then I used this green matte. Like I said, the mattes are gorgeous. So I'll see if I can swatch that. Yeah, look how well that's swatched, that dark green. All the mattes are really, really good. And we've got this sort of plum purple, which I don't know if I've used actually, but let's see if it swatches as well as the green. Maybe a little bit, not quite as good, the purple. Anyway, but this is lovely, really, really, really lovely. So if you like these colours, you will not be disappointed with this one. It's a beauty, and I've hardly seen a single person mention it. So I feel like this launch has just gone by. I remember last year going all in and getting the lips and all sorts of things and being a bit not that interested in them, but I loved the eyeshadow apart from the mattes. So this year I skipped the rest of the release, but I had to get that eyeshadow palette when I saw the colour story. It's so me and perfect for autumn winter time. So lovely, really lovely. So another eyeshadow palette I've loved is the Viseart Sirenese Nocturne Attendu. This is probably the nicest one I'm showing you today out of all of them. But this one, I mean, Viseart palettes, you can never go wrong with any of them, can you? And this one has more earthy tones again. This is what a lot of people would consider a different version to the Makeup by Mario one, or some would say better. I would say there's more choices in this one, and the shimmers are so pretty, much more impactful than the ones we get with Mario, which are really topper shades. I think there's a lot of comments made about ethereal eyes and how the shimmers are not very impactful. But that is because they're topper shades, they're not shimmer shades, they have a different purpose. So here are these ones. You can see they're quite soft when you look at the really sort of metallic richness of the one from REM that we just looked at. But they are stunning, they really are stunning. And the mattes, you won't find a better matte than Viseart mattes. So one of the best colour stories I think that launched for autumn winter, one of the best. And obviously one of the best formulas because it's Viseart. So, and that was gifted to me. Thank you very much. But I always let you know that I've been buying Viseart everything pretty much for years before they started sending me anything. Do I have any other eye products I want to talk about? I've got the Lisa Eldridge Christmas launch. These three, I bought the full set of these. I will be honest and tell you I've only gone back and used one of these once more, because I've just had so many things to review and try. So all I can say is the second time I used them, I still really liked them. I think these were easier for me to apply than the Lurex ones that we had last time. I thought the colours were beautiful, and all three of these make a good one and done. I don't know if I've got the names written down. I don't think I have actually, and I can't see them. I don't want to make this video super long by getting my magnifying glass out every 2 minutes. Let me just show you the three shades. Now I believe there was this kit where you could buy the three, but then they were selling them individually. But they were Christmas, so I don't know if that means you can't get them anymore. I don't know actually. If you do know, please let me know. I will try and read them. This probably is going to be useful to you, isn't it? So we have, if I look at each one individually, the darkest grey one is called Selene. So that's this one here. That one for me, if you have this light one all over the lid, or this one all over the lid, and then you Selene to line, it looks really, really good. And the silvery one is called Aria. So that's that one there, Aria. And then probably my favourite of them all was the slightly pinky one, which is called Rosalie. Yeah, Rosalie. But if you've used the matte ones from Lisa Eldridge, these will not have the same longevity as the mattes. It's worth remembering. They've got good longevity, but they, like now, they're washing off my hand easily. If I just put the mattes on, I'd be scrubbing like crazy because they set down and don't budge. These ones don't, and they will move a bit in the crease of the eye, unfortunately. One of the best ways to get them to last though is if you put some sort of matte base down, like the Lisa Eldridge liquid matte, or another one like the Makeup by Mario one, and then you're much more likely to get longevity from these, whereas if you just put them directly on your eye with maybe concealer underneath, they're more likely to move around. But talking about a product that's very similar, and I would say slightly better, Merit with their Solo Shadows launched the Sheen formula, and I thought these were really good. Now when they launched the matte one, I know they were really, really popular. I've always liked them, I've never loved them. I've never thought that they're as easy to move as, for instance, the Makeup by Mario one, or the Lisa Eldridge, or the Armani. I know that those ones are liquids, not creams. But this one, Glacé, this one is the one I've probably used the most. I do need to be careful because I cannot put my finger in with long nails. How can I show you what these look like? Can I use a Merit brush? I think I'll have to. I've got my Merit number 2 brush. So just to show you what these colours look like. So Glassy is the perfect shade for that inner corner under brow. You can see it's a very light pinky shade. They blend out so easily, so perfectly, so beautifully, so complementary on mature skin. They last better than those ones from Lisa Eldridge we just saw, and this one is gorgeous as a topper, as an inner corner and under the brow. And it's one of those ones you might just want to keep out to use regularly when you're reaching for that sort of product. So that's where it's living right now for me. I'll put the other 3 away for occasional use. So the other shade I got is Matchbook, and this is more of a one and done. It's gorgeous as well. Much more of a rich shade. Sort of coppery brown tone. Can you see how beautiful they are? I have done a full review of these if you want to see me trying them all on. And the other one I got, at the time I got all the ones that were available. Iris. Iris was probably my favourite of the deeper ones I tried. It's like a slightly cooler tone. This one's lovely, really lovely, even though they all are. I can't show them off as well when I'm doing it this way on my hand. But trust me, they are gorgeous. There's Iris. They're very smoothing, very blurring, very complimentary. They really are. I think they're the best ones I've ever tried in this type of finish. So if you're looking for a little bit of shine, not glitter but shimmery shine, if you know what I mean. There's no particles, with longevity and easy application. These are giving you all of those things. That's Matchbook. I've just shown you Matchbook. Which is the last one I haven't shown you? Sartorial. This one came in the winter kit, I think, didn't it, Sartorial? Am I right there? Don't quote me, but I think it did. This one is, well, they're all gorgeous. They are all absolutely stunning. They really are stunning, and for me, probably the best product Merit have come out with all of 25. I love them. They really are a knockout for me. So, all very positive so far, but we will get to some negatives, unfortunately. So what else have I got to show you? I wanted to bring up the MAC Dazzle Shadow Sticks lip crayons rather, the Dazzle Lips. So I love how fun these are, and I love the fact they're giving me instant shimmer, but I don't feel like these wear very well. And there was one I put on in a video, and a few people said you really don't look good in that, and I thought, I know. And that was one of the more sort of dark ones. It just, which one was it? Is it this purple one? Let's have a look. No, it wasn't. This one is one of the prettier ones. I think with these, you have to go for one of the fun, bright shades, or they just don't seem to look very good, and they can get a bit patchy. So that one's Lunar Violet. I really like Lunar Violet, and I like this pink one, which is Spaced Out. So they'd be the 2 I'd probably go back and use, and they wear better, they look better, and they don't seem to get too patchy. But the darker ones, even though I liked some of them at the time, we have Mauve Matter. That was the one I thought I'd wear the most, and I do still like that one actually. That's Mauve Matter. They'd probably be my top 3. I don't hate these, I just don't feel quite as inspired by them as I did when I first tried them, just having gone back for more. This is the one that looked bad on me, and it looks patchy again now. This colour just looked awful in the end. Which one is it? Cosmic Plum. It gave me almost like a slightly gothic, vampy finish, and it sort of moved and looked more like a stain, you know, in different areas of the lips, and it didn't look too good. And this colour, I like it, but it's, I don't know, it's not as good for me, this one. This one is Lightning Bug. So I would go with one of these fun ones, and they'd be quite nice to have for spring. So I think keeping those 3 out is a good move on my part. Yeah, I will keep those 3 out to wear throughout the spring, summer, well, spring anyway. Try and reuse them a bit. But I'm not massively in love with them as I was, which is a shame. So let's move to another fail. Even though this wasn't a fail, I did also, you know, get quite a few of the new MAC single shadows that launched over the sort of autumn winter period, and I haven't tested them out. I've swatched them and I just was not impressed with them, and every time I thought, shall I include them in a video, I've had so many other things I thought you'd rather see, I've not used them because they were just okay, and that was it. I don't know if anyone's tried them, please let me know. They are literally sitting over there with this humongous pile of products that I need to look at some point, and I'm not getting around to it. I should, I know, but anyway. I did get around to this one and it was disappointing, and that was the NARS Holiday collection. So you've seen I reviewed lots of collections, but I want to talk about the ones that really stand out as being brilliant, or the ones I need to give you specific updates on, and if they're big fails. And this one, I like this highlighter. It was nice. I think it's quite a nice highlighter. I can't knock it. Maybe I do need to use it a bit more. I think I just much prefer the ones I've already got. And it doesn't show up very much, but it's got a slight hint of pink and it is pretty. So it's a nice highlighter, that was quite nice. And I love the packaging. So we're starting off well with the NARS Holiday collection. But then the eyeshadow, I just thought this was quite nothing, something and nothing. I couldn't get much in the way of separation from these colours. I like this shade of blue, and that was about it. It's a very nice shade of blue for this time of year, perfect for my sort of skin tone. But the shimmer there is so dry, it's like nothing. It's almost like it's hard panned. There's the pink shimmer, can you see it? I just went in twice. And the one next to it as well, they're dry, they're not creamy. I just think the formulas are terrible, to be honest. And it's sort of made my mind up. I wasn't that keen on reviewing it in the first place. I like both of the mattes. The mattes are very creamy. So here's the brown. So the brown and the blue, lovely. But these two, useless. But anyway, it made my mind up not to review NARS anymore. I think I'm ruling them out. I do need to reduce my expenses a little bit this year, my purchases, and also my workload, if I'm honest with you. So I'm trying to reduce what I do and stick to things that I know work well for me, so that I'm not reviewing lots of fails. Even though you need to know when it's a fail, but you know what I mean, things that I'm likely to get some use out of and it's likely to benefit you in terms of showing you good products. For me, NARS is not one of them. There was this sparkly lip that launched with that collection, that was okay. There was a nice lip gloss, but I've put it away. But I did quite like that one, it had like a shift in it, like a white one with a shift of lilac, I think. So that was nice, but I have put it away. I've put it away somewhere thinking I'll use it again, so that was a good note. I've just come across Mink here from the Merit Solo Shadows, which I didn't show you. Anyway, that's Mink. I won't now swatch it. I managed to forget that one. Is that it from NARS? I did try from NARS, not that it was a new release. I did try these sticks, which are multi-purpose sticks, aren't they? What's the full title of them? I know you can use them on lips, eyes and cheeks. They're multiple, and I was very impressed with these. When I say I'm not going to buy NARS, maybe I would just buy the occasional product. These were really good, really, really, really good. I thought they looked beautiful, they were easy to use. Obviously I had to go for this lilac-y colour, which is called Trance. I wouldn't use it on the eyes, it's just not a formula I'd want on the eyes. It was quite nice on the lips, but really it was for the blush. And the other shade I got was Orgasm Crave, is it? Yeah, I think it's Crave. This one, this colour is okay. It's not terrible. Probably more summery for me because of the warmth. But this one in particular, if there's anything you get from NARS, I would say get that one because it's really, really, really good. The formula's good, very flexible. You can put it on top of powder, underneath powder. You don't need to set it. It's not overly tacky. It is tacky, but not overly once it's really had a chance to work in. They're just gorgeous, really gorgeous, very good formulas. So that was a plus from NARS. But when it comes to NARS collections, eyeshadows, powder blushes, powder bronzers, highlighters, I've really lost interests, I'm afraid. Now for a new blush duo from WESTMAN Atelier. Now these are very popular, they are very good. They're not a favourite of mine though. These are ones, every time I've tested them, I've said they're lovely. And then I put them in my drawer to reuse them, and I end up just dipping in my drawer and taking out Dior, Chanel and other things like the Glossier, for instance, which launched, and not so much these, which gives you an indication of how I feel about them. They're very good. They're not exceptional, and I've got a lot of exceptional, which is why they don't get used that much by me. But they are very good. I can't knock them. So this one is Fluff and Puff, and this shade in particular, the Puff, was beautiful. The light one, I love that one. I have to be very careful with the Fluff because it's quite a rich shade, but it's a nice combination. I think it's really nice. And they're very easy to blend out, very mature skin friendly. They don't leave any sort of harsh lines. It is lovely, and the packaging's lovely. It's very expensive, and I think you can get as much out of the Glossier one, for instance, which is 20 something for a single one. This is about 70, I think, for the duo, isn't it? So you could get nearly 3 of the Glossier. I would personally not spend that much. I don't think it's impressive enough. If it, you know, when you spend that on something like a Tom Ford and you just put it on and go, wow, you think, okay, it's very expensive, but it's a treat worth considering. I think these are good, but not maybe worth the money. So if you like that collection, that's a very nice colour combination to add. So I recommend it if you're a fan of the formula. And I'm not put off it. I would happily try another one from them, but they'd be sort of 5th or 6th on my list at the very least, if not further down. So now for a launch that is one of the best. Why have I only got one? Oh, because it's here. And this one is Hera. 2 of these 3 things I'm about to show you have made it into my regular rotation. That's why I can't see them. So here's the other one. We had the eyeshadow quad. So eyeshadow quad's not in regular rotation because they never are. But these formulas, very neutral, absolutely stunning formulas. So this is a brand that not many people had heard of, but you can purchase them in the US, but you can get them shipped out. But I did pay extra shipping, so it's worth noting. It's a bit tricky to get hold of, but these formulas are so buttery, so creamy. There's no kickback whatsoever with these. They're really smooth. They are stunning formulas. Really, really, really beautiful. Almost like Tom Ford-esque. That's how good they are. Really gorgeous. I would happily recommend trying Hera eyeshadows. This is the second one I've tried from them, and I highly recommend it. These are actually made in Korea, by the way, and if you know Korean skincare, anything that's made in Korea these days is a smash hit for me. So very much recommend checking out Hera if you can. And when I did my review of that collection, everyone that went to buy these products have messaged me pretty much, not everyone, but lots of you, saying, wow, I absolutely loved it. So the other thing that's made it into regular rotation is this cushion foundation. So again, there's not many shades of this, so I don't like to rave about it and bring it up in top foundation videos, which I didn't because of the number of shades. But I've got mine in 17N1 Ivory, which has got an SPF 40, which is handy to top up, not replace the SPF. And it's just a classic cushion foundation. But this one rivals my gorgeous one from Dior, the Dior Prestige one. That's how good it is. Glass skin, so natural. You apply it in seconds and it's that instant wow factor, and it lasts all day. It does not cake. It is gorgeous. If you haven't seen my review, if you just search for the Hera Christmas collection on my channel, you will find it, because wow. And now the other one, this is a stick blush. This is probably one of the most perfect shades of blush. And if you saw me doing my Christmas get ready with me videos, I was using this one. I took it on holiday to the Cotswolds because it's such a beautiful one. I love to start my makeup by putting my base on and a cream blush before setting with powder and then going in with something else. I can then go with this over the powder and use this exclusively, and I love it. But I also love it to just start off. It's super easy to blend. And this colour is perfect on me. Obviously it would not look that intense because it sheers out. It just gives me a gorgeous light cool pink like that. It's a beautiful formula, very creamy, very velvety, silky soft, and it doesn't have a tacky finish either. I can straight away feel there's no tackiness on my fingers from touching it. Well, you can see I'm already working my way through it because it's going down the tube. This one and Bareback from Nude Sticks are the 2 cream blush sticks that I'm keeping in my regular rotation right now, to give you an idea. Right, so let's finish with a slight fail or a bit of a meh sort of reaction here. And that was the Outside In which was launched by the original founder of Hourglass. I was really excited about this. So I got the Outside In Priming Oil. Let's see what it's called. Floral Reserve Face Oil, which is supposed to use as a primer. And I got the foundation, which is called the Silk Serum Foundation. So obviously packed full of skincare, serum, it's like music to my ears. The packaging I think is stunning. I love this sort of stone effect. And I got the brush to go with it. Where's the brush? I used it today. I actually applied the foundation today. And this is the brush. I love the brush. We have the same stone effect for the handle. It's a good shape for getting into all areas. But as much as I've loved this brush, after using it for the first week, I put it away and went back to my Mario F1 or my Refa BCO3. So it's nice, but I wouldn't recommend it if you've already got a brush you love, to be honest. It's lovely to look at. Now this oil was a complete waste of space. One, because I tried it on the day with SPF on one side and not on the other. And on the SPF side, we had a nightmare. And obviously oil can break down SPF. So one, this argues with SPF. Two, it can stop your SPF working. So I don't see how that's a primer unless you're only going out in the evening. But also, even on the side without SPF, it still argued for me with the foundation. So I just thought it was a complete disaster. And I will probably never put this on my face again unless I wanted to use a face oil in the evening, which I don't. I don't use face oils hardly ever these days. Occasionally I do. I like the Merit face oil. That one actually works well underneath foundation though. This one, not so much. So I've got my primer drawer here, which I've literally been doing a bit of a declutter with. And I don't want to keep it. I really don't. Do you know what? I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give that to someone who likes face oils. There's just no point in having it in my collection. It's not staying here. I've been decluttering a lot and I don't need it in my life. This foundation, when I put it on, I thought it was gorgeous, very natural, reminded me a bit of Victoria Beckham. I did do a side-by-side in a shorts video of the two if you want to see that here on my channel. Victoria Beckham beat it, as it does with everything these days. This is not as good as Victoria Beckham or most of my favourites because it cakes by the end of the day on me. So it looks really good. It's on now. It looks quite good. I can already see it sort of settling into lines here though. It's okay. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Initial application is a wow, and you need to keep that in mind if you try it in store or if you see it reviewed. Like when I first reviewed it, it's that instant wow. But then over time, as it sets and as I compare it to things like Victoria Beckham, nowhere near as good. And this one was around £70 I think as well. And so in other words, it's a big expense, a big investment. It's just not worth it in my opinion. So for me, this is pretty much a fail. It's not one I'd get rid of. I would use it again. I've used it today. I don't hate it. But yeah, not great. But anyway, that is my basket empty. So I have tried more things over November, December, as you know, with Christmas releases. These are the ones I thought you most needed the updates on. So if I've forgotten anything that you wanted an update on, please do message me. You can get me on Instagram, han.beauty101, where I will definitely reply to you if you direct message me. Don't ask me a question on Instagram on a post because I might miss it. But if you message me there, I always reply to messages there. And obviously you can comment below on this video and I will do what I can to help you. And I did mention a lot of my skincare in this. I think I will have to put into the title now that I've talked about my skincare routine, because somebody is always asking me about my skincare routine, and I have obviously changed it a bit lately. So this has been a quick dive into my skincare routine, but it's so good at the moment I had to show you. And yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, that's what I was saying. I haven't listed all of those skincare items because of the problems I have with word counts when it comes to video descriptions. So if you do need links for anything or you want me to direct you to anything, please do let me know. If I've mentioned discount codes and I haven't given them or whatever, I've forgotten something, please, I'm happy to help anytime, just message. And if you have asked recently for swatches, please note, I have written them down. I've just been bogged down with so much work over Christmas, plus having the puppy here. So bear with me. I'm keeping the swatch requests to one side and I will go through them when I can. So questions I can answer instantly. Swatches I have to set aside a little bit of time and film in a different room and things, so it just takes a bit more time. But anyway, I do hope that this roundup has been helpful to you, and I would love to hear your thoughts on anything I've discussed in this video. If you've had different experiences or similar ones, whatever that might be, I would love to hear. And if you have enjoyed it, please do hit the like button, and if you're not subscribed, I would love it ever so much if you did. But if you're already subscribed, thank you so much for being here at the end of another review, and I really do hope to see all of you again for the next one, by which time I will be 49, my last year in my 40s. Scary thought, eh? Take care everybody, bye.